The doors to the Viridian tea house are open once more. I'm back, brand new video, lots of stuff to talk about. So if you're ready, let's begin. Oh yeah, I do have some news. So my latest book, Louis and Estelle, independently published, is almost ready to be released on Amazon. In fact, I should be getting the proof today. And if everything looks good, then I will go ahead and give Amazon the thumbs up. Please publish this book. It was, as I say with all my books, a labor of love. And I didn't even plan on writing it. It wasn't in my schedule. Yet I fell in love with the characters. I fell in love with the story. And I'm just very proud of it. Cover artwork was done by my boyfriend, James Bullard. And that always just makes me feel good when I'm like, hey, can you do a cover for me? Cool. But anyway, once it comes out, I will talk about it in future Viridian Tea House videos, and I'll also post on social media. But until then, I'm just waiting on the proof, and I hope that everything looks good. So farmers market season is almost over. I've got 2 more Wheat Ridge farmers markets. You know, they're every Wednesday from 5 to 8. And then I've got 2 more Golden Farmers Markets, which is on Saturday from 8 to 1. I might be doing a third, I'm not sure, but if I am, of course, I'll talk about it on social media. But yeah, once October 7th rolls around, that's it for the year. It's been a great year with these 2 farmers markets. It really, really has. I've met some really cool people, sold a lot of tea, a lot of books, a lot of my boyfriend's artwork, a lot of my photography, but it was just fun. Doing farmers markets has just been quite the boost in my little company. And I'm so grateful for Cooper Young Farmers Market in Memphis. You know, that was where I got my start. And then out here in Colorado, dealing with Wheat Ridge Farmers Market and also Golden Farmers Market. Those 2 have just been wonderful to me. And I've met some really nice people. So just kudos to all of y'all for all the farmers markets in Colorado and in this country. Just kudos to you all, really. All right, so let's begin. So let's start with the books. Now, this first one I discovered quite by accident, and both of these books come from the Inglewood Public Library. Yay! They just had their big book sale, and it was really a lot of fun. I went yesterday where it was fill a bag for $5. That was, oh my God, it was amazing. I filled up 2. Anyway, so the first book I want to talk about is, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right, Basho, Of Love and Barley, Haiku of Basho. And just reading just a little bit about here. Basho was a Buddhist monk and lifelong traveler. His poems combine karumi, or lightness of touch, with the Zen ideal of oneness with creation. Each poem evokes the natural world, the cherry blossom, the leaping frog, the summer moon, or the winter snow, suggesting the smallness of human life in comparison to the vastness and drama of nature. Basho himself enjoyed solitude and a life free from possessions, and his haiku are the work of an observant eye and a meditative mind, uncluttered by materialism and alive to the beauty of the world around him. And I truly did enjoy reading these haiku. It's just absolutely stunning work. Let's see. So I'm just going to read a couple of them for you. I wanted to start with the one that's also my age. And it is, aged, eating lava, my teeth grind sand. That's it. So all of the poems are kind of like very short, but yet they deal with the natural world, the smallness of human life, as opposed to the vastness of the universe, like it says on the back of the book. And it's very true. Like when I read this book, I didn't rush through it. I wanted to just pause and give each haiku its attention, its deserved attention. Let me read another one here. I'll just pick one. Oars slap waves, this mournful night, guts freeze. I like that one. However close I look, not a speck on white chrysanthemum. Another one. Not one traveler braves this road, autumn night. And one more, so you pretty much got an idea. Oh, no rice in the gourd, then try a maiden flower. So you get the idea, but I enjoyed reading this. I just discovered it quite by accident, and I thought, yeah, I really would like to read this. So Basho on Love and Barley, Haiku of Basho through Penguin Classics, receives 5 pots of tea from Viridian Tea House. Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato. But yes, I truly, truly did enjoy this book. I really did. It's just, I've always said this, but it's funny how you can go to the library or go to a bookstore with no idea what you want to look at, and something just grabs your attention and you think, okay, I'll check it out. And sometimes they prove to be a dud and it's like, oh, it's not for me. But then other times you pick up a book like this and it makes you think, or it makes you laugh, or it breaks you out of the bad funk you were in. But yeah, I'm truly grateful for Englewood Public Library for having this book. So, arigato gozaimasu. Let's see. Just trying to think, is there anything else I can talk about this book? Because it's just so small. Let's see. Oh, let's see here. Okay, a little bit extra information. Basho appeared on the scene soon after the so-called Dark Age of Japanese literature, and that was 1425 through 1625, a time of the popularization of purely indigenous verse forms, and the brilliant beginning of the Tokugawa era, which was from 1603 to 1867. The haiku was already well established with its own distinct rules, but in the hands of rulesmiths, as in the sonnet of Western verse, it was expiring of artificiality. Almost alone, Basho reinvigorated the form. How he did so is, fortunately, well known, for among his many admirers were a few far-seeing enough to record his comments, literally to catch him on the run, for he was always a compulsive traveler, wandering all over Japan in search of new sights and experiences. So there you go. But yeah, arigato gozaimasu. Arigato. Or domo arigato. All right, so the next book, we're going to go from Japan to Germany. And a book that really kind of messed with me, I'll be honest. It deals with history, a part of history that was such a black spot in a very, 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 very dark time. And this is The Violin of Auschwitz by Maria Angels Anglada. Hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. She lived from 1930 to 1999, and she was one of the most important Catalan figures of the 20th century and one of its most prestigious and widely read authors. She was the winner of many awards and honors, including the Octavie Palisa Prize for her book of short stories, Meet the 1911. And reading the dust jacket about the book, in the winter of 1991, at a concert in Krakow, an older woman with a marvelously pitched violin meets a fellow musician who is instantly captivated by her instrument. When he asks her how she obtained it, she reveals the remarkable story behind its origin. Imprisoned at Auschwitz, the notorious concentration camp, Daniel feels his humanity slipping away. Treasured memories of the young woman he loved and the prayers that once lingered on his lips become hazier with each passing day. Then a visit from a mysterious stranger changes everything, as Daniel's former identity as a crafter of fine violins is revealed to all. The camp's 2 most dangerous men use this information to make a cruel wager. If Daniel can build a successful violin within a certain number of days, the commandant wins a case of the finest Burgundy. If not, the camp doctor, a torturer, gets hold of Daniel. And so, battling exhaustion, Daniel tries to recapture his lost art, knowing all too well the likely cost of failure. Written with lyrical simplicity and haunting beauty, and interspersed with chilling, actual Nazi documentation, that really messed me up to know that parts of this book was actual documents. The Violin of Auschwitz is more than just a novel. It is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of beauty, art, and hope to triumph over the darkest adversity. And it's true. It's amazing how indomitable the human spirit can be when pushed into a corner, and a knife at your throat, a gun in your stomach, and you still have the will to live and to fight for what you believe in and to do what you think is right. This book really bothered me, and I won't go into why, but, well, I've said it before in other videos, but, converting to Judaism and a human being, in reading about the Holocaust and the concentration camps and just different books and movies and whatnot, it bothers me greatly. There are many events in human history that bother me greatly, and the Holocaust was one of them, or is one of them. But having said that, I cheered Daniel on in creating this violin for a wager for, what was it, for Burgundy. But it was his passion, his love of creating violins, a luthier, and how that got him through it all, and just the harsh conditions, and just combine that with the indomitable human spirit. Tout c'est possible, n'est-ce pas? Anything's possible. But I discovered this book again by accident at Inglewood, and I thought I really would like to read it, and I'm glad that I did. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful read, but it messes with you. But the Violin of Auschwitz does receive 5 pots of tea from Viridian Tea House. Again, this was, as they say in the dust jacket, lyrical simplicity, haunting beauty, and interspersed with the chilling actual Nazi documentation. This is a book that will linger in your mind for quite some time. And I'm really glad that I read it. I'm very glad. It just, yeah. So, but moving on to something a little bit happier. I did enjoy reading that book. I'm beating a dead horse, but I did enjoy reading that book. I really did. It bothered me. Moving on to tea part. So this is one of my tea blends, Bookworm Herbal Tisane. This is one of my more popular blends, and every time I get it back in stock, people are like, oh my God, bookworm. And I'm like, no, bookworms were harmed during the making of this herbal tisane. This is one of my rooibos blends. And it's so funny. I'll have a customer every so often be like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to know how to say that word. But rooibos is caffeine free. And sometimes it's called honeybush. But it has like a haze sweet flavor. And when you steep it, it turns like a beautiful dark orangish red, or reddish orange, whatever. But I don't know I don't want to spill it all over myself, but this is it's a beautiful color when you steep it. So the Bookworm Herbal Tisane is rooibos, lemongrass, jasmine, and dried orange peel. So this is one of my sampler bags, and I tell people this will make between 1 to 3 cups of tea. However, I was wrong. Because I did a 4 teaspoons for a pot of tea, and I was able to fill my mug and also my boyfriend's mug, which is pretty large, and there's still tea inside. So it all depends on if you use a tablespoon of tea of one of my samplers or a teaspoon. But yeah, I have enough for maybe like 2 or 3 more cups. But yes, this is Bookworm Herbal Tisane with a cute little bookworm on the label. And I tell people it's pretty self-explanatory why I made it. I'm very much a bookworm. In France, it's called an ink drinker. Who knew? But I've always loved books. I've always gone to the library. I've always gone to bookstores. I write books. But books have always been a part of my life, and they will never go away. And I thought, you know, for those people who love books just as much as I do, you can't go wrong with Bookworm Herbal Tisane. And I have got bags of this herbal tisane in my Etsy store for sale. I think what I have are just the sampler sizes, but I might have one of the regular size. But yes, if you're interested in trying a nice caffeine-free herbal tisane and the color will make you think autumn is coming, then try some Bookworm Herbal Tisane in my Etsy store. And I think my links are on my YouTube page. So just click on it and order some bookworm. Now, getting to really cool stuff in my life. So I have followed this band for years. And in their latest Kickstarter, they had some serious issues. I think there was a fire or flood, some catastrophe where they lost a lot of their items. And I was wondering if they were even going to make this new album, and turns out they did, and they went on tour, and then they started giving out all of the items for people who supported them on Kickstarter. And I am so happy that I finally was able to see the end product of literally their blood, sweat, and tears. I am talking about, from the people who brought you the Night Watch, the Bellwether Syndicate with their new album, Vestige and Vigil. And I have to tell you, so I got the t-shirt and the CD, and as soon as I got it, I ripped off the plastic and I just put it in the CD player and kind of cranked it up. My boyfriend was sitting at the dining room table, and I think he was eating lunch or something, and he was just kind of bopping along while eating his lunch. But I loved the Night Watch. Like, this is one of the few CDs that I have where I've played it over and over and over. And this is going to be played over and over and over. My all-time favorite song is We All Rise. That is my all-time favorite. So you're probably like, well, Kimberly, okay, I've never heard of the Bellwether Syndicate. Tell me a little bit more. Glad you asked. So the Bellwether Syndicate consists of William Faith, voice and guitars, Sarah Rose Faith, voice and guitars, and live, Corey Gorey, Philly Peroxide, and Stephen Gray. All songs written and performed by the Bellwether Syndicate. They're in Chicago, Illinois. Lovely picture of William and Sarah. Absolutely great goth band. If you were looking for, and you know what, here's the thing. You don't even have to be into goth. Like, I love goth music. I'm very much an elder goth, truly am. But I like all kinds of music. Even if you're not into goth rock, you still need to check out the Bellwether Syndicate. They are solid, good rock. And you, like I said, if you're not even into goth music, you will still enjoy their music. Solid lyrics, solid sounds, solid everything. So I know I'm tripping over my words because I'm just so excited to finally be talking about this album. But yes, Vestige and Vigil is now out. You can order it through their website, which I will put on the video, on my YouTube video once uploaded. But yes, we've got the Night Watch, which was their first one. This one came out in, when did this one come out? Ooh, I don't even know. When did it come out? Oh, it doesn't even say. But anyway, so the Night Watch is the first one, and Vestige and Vigil is the new one. But yes, check them out. They are awesome. awesome. You don't even have to like goth. How many times do I need to say that? Just if you want good music, if you're looking for something that is real, Bellwether Syndicate, check them out. And now that I'm done ranting and raving about the Bellwether Syndicate, let's meditate, shall we? So grab your glass of water or a cup of your favorite tea and find yourself in a comfortable, quiet position. And whenever you're ready, let's begin. And now let's end this breathing meditation with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly open your eyes, or you'll allow your eyes to come back into focus. And now let's have a sip of your water or tea. You know, that's one thing that I like about rooibos. You don't really need to add any sweetener. It's perfectly fine on its own. And I've calmed down since ranting about this awesome goth band. But yes, this, like I said, this is bookworm herbal tisane, and the ingredients again, I mean, I made this, but I can't remember. Rooibos, lemongrass, jasmine, and dried orange peel. This is a great way to welcome in autumn. This is a great tisane to go with any book that you're reading, or if you just have some time to, I don't know, kind of quiet down for a little bit. You can't go wrong with bookworm herbal tisane. Oh, absolutely delicious. Well, that's all I have for today. I swear I've stopped ranting and raving, but many thanks to Englewood Public Library for having such an incredible selection of books. Many thanks to the Bellwether Syndicate for their awesome new album, Vestige and Vigil, and also check out their first one, The Night Watch. You cannot go wrong with these. And also to y'all out there watching these videos, watching me be silly and stupid and unscripted. And I appreciate it. And if you like what you see, please leave a comment or give us a thumbs up. Really would appreciate it. So that's all I have. Take care of yourself and each other. Raise your teacup high. And remember, to drink tea is to enjoy life. I'll see all y'all really soon or at a farmer's market. Bye for now.